Previously on Kidney Plugged In.
Chris, your family decided to pay it forward and donate the WestJet gift of flight that you'd received to the Kidney Foundation because your son been diagnosed with kidney disease. So can you take us back and really tell us what led to his diagnosis and started you on that journey?
The whole thing started when he was 19. He became quite ill. We ended up taking him to the hospital. He doesn't remember a whole lot of it because he was coughing up blood at the time. That evening, within 5 hours, he was transferred to the ICU. They said to me his kidneys were starting to shut down, but they had no idea why. Within an hour after being in the ICU, the decision was made to put him on life support. The next day, the decision was made to take him to a higher care facility because he was still declining. He was in a coma during this time, and when I arrived there, they were keeping him alive manually at that point, which was difficult. At that point, they gave my son less than 5% chance of survival. He stayed in that hospital for 8 weeks in a coma. During that time, he was continuously on dialysis. He was on life support. He was on every kind of medication that they could give him because they still didn't know what was causing his disease. He had started to get better, and after being in a coma for 8 weeks, he woke up. After 10 weeks, you were released from the hospital.
Yeah, when I got out of the hospital, that was tough. I had trouble walking completely. My muscles pretty much didn't work. So swimming helped me the most with learning how to walk and stuff like that. Just moving the arms and legs.
He was getting better, and one of the medications that he was on, prednisone, they started to taper that down. Unfortunately, the disease wasn't through with him. The prednisone started tapering down and he started getting sick again. So we took him back into the hospital, at which time a decision was made to do a kidney biopsy. The kidney biopsy showed that he had Goodpasture syndrome. So he was sent back to another higher care facility in Vancouver, where he was in the hospital again for 6 weeks doing plasmapheresis. And that was tough because they put him on high-dose steroids, and he went from a 200-pound young man to a 300-pound young man and has stretch marks.
Yeah, I was pretty much ripping apart. I remember waking up with blood in my bed. That part wasn't fun.
But the relief, just knowing that my son survived, and to be honest, we have the most incredible team of doctors at every single hospital
Yep,
in the Lower Mainland. I will be forever grateful.
We continue with part 2 of our interview next.